Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Freeholders. Thank you for all the views last week. Thank you for joining in the podcast live yesterday. There's some more transfer news. Again, these are only rumours and I'll give my opinion on the rumours. I am not an in the know. So please, when you comment, Luke is not then in the know. Luke does not know whether these are going to happen. It's just names that are out there and I give my opinions and give you some guys some more detail on what these players are like and what you can expect if West Ham were to sign them. The first player is a guy called Noa Lang. He's a Dutch winger, currently plays in Bruges. He's 22, an attacking midfielder, can play right, left or central, mainly down the left hand side though, a position we know we need, so it makes sense in terms of why he's linked if it's true. His strengths are listed at set pieces. He's a fantastic set piece player, holding the ball, holds the ball up very, very well, very good at the key passing, very good passer, and also says very good dribbler. Weaknesses are aerial duels because he is quite short, and defensive contribution, something that we know David Moyes really values importantly in his players when he signs them. He has played for Holland a few times. In the season just gone, he got 9 goals in 48 games with 12 assists. Some say 15, so I wasn't quite sure. So we'll go with 15 and 9 goals. That's a good return for a winger. A winger that's a decent season. Apparently you can get him out of Bruges for about 21 million, which again is the sort of price you have to pay for a player now. If you want a decent player, that's the sort of money you need to pay. That's sort of average for a player now, isn't it? 20 million is usually about a starting price for a player. I can't say I've seen much of him. Again, guilty of watching a few YouTube clips. Looks tricky, looks like he can pass the ball nicely. Dutch players are usually very good technically, we know that. If it is to be, it is to be. We're definitely going to be buying a left winger, I think, because we're linked with so many of them. Another player is Junior Adamu. Sometimes goes by the name Chunk as well, or Chuck. 20 years old, plays for Red Bull Salzburg. He was on loan at Gallen. Got 8 in 18. Can play right wing and also mainly as a striker. As his career is progressing, he seems to be playing more as a striker than a winger. In his career, he's had 43 goals in 111, which again is a fantastic sort of record, just under 1 in 2. You can apparently get him for around 12 million. Lot of clubs interested: AC Milan, Southampton, Ajax. Ajax don't really buy bad players. Ajax really buy technically good young players. AC Milan, big club. Southampton also very good at scouting those young players. So yeah, he probably is a decent player. He's quick, he's skillful, he's very direct. Maybe a little bit raw at the moment, but why not? Sometimes you have got to go and buy these young players and take a bit of a gamble. But as long as you play them, I don't mind him signing these players and having a real go at buying some of this new young talent out there. But play them. We don't want a situation where we buy players and we're not playing them. But yeah, that is Junior Amtu. Another one, a goalie this time, Andre Lunin. A loan to buy, apparently around about 13 million if we were to buy him. He's been at Real Madrid, but his main sort of loan period was at Real Oviedo a couple of years ago. Played 20 times and kept 16 sheets. He's 23, Ukrainian. Strengths are listed as penalties, long passing, saving long shots, and he likes to punch. His weaknesses are apparently claimed in crosses. We know that Areola's potentially close, but there are some rumours that he's asking for a hell of a lot of money, which would make him West Ham's highest paid player, which is causing a little bit of a stumbling block at the moment. This Lenin guy, good age, 23 years old. Obviously Real Madrid did see something in him a few years ago. But a goalkeeper is a position we need. Whoever it is, we need to be buying. The next goalie we buy needs to be the guy who's going to be number 1 for the next 5-6 years, because Fabianski probably last year at the club. Areola would be, if we signed him, the number 1 for the next 4 or 5 years. And this Lunin guy, if we were to buy him, he needs to be the goalkeeper for the next few years. And there's a few positions on the pitch, the next left back needs to be the left back who's going to take us forward for the next 3 or 4 years. The next striker needs to be the one who's replacing Antonio for 3-4 years. The left winger needs to be someone who's going to be there for a long time. There's a lot of positions like that in the team that will become a problem next year if we don't try and sort it and blend the player in ready to go the year after next. So yeah, there's a lot of positions like that. In terms of out guys in news today, there was a couple of little things. Diop is linked to Lazio. Lazio are currently in a bit of a rebuild. And, you know, he probably is just about surplus to requirements at West Ham. You would expect a centre-half to come in. It looks like this a good guy will come in. Again, we don't know whether Dawson's going to stay yet, but you would expect probably the starting two when fully fit will be a good and Zuma with Oggy and Dawson, you know, providing the cover. If Oggy comes back to sort of anywhere near what he was, you know, there's a good chance he starts. So Diop, you know, slowly drops down the pecking order. I can see Diop going. I think if we get a fairly decent price for him, I could see him going. I don't think Moyes totally trusts him. I don't think we totally trust him. Yes, he was really good in a couple of games. The Lyon game sticks out as a really good game. But, yeah, you know, if he goes, he goes. I'm not that guy, to be honest with you. A couple of other things that just me making up little things in my mind that could happen. Mane is going to leave Liverpool. It looks more or less certain that he probably will join someone like Bayern Munich. I know they've just bought Diaz and they've also bought that Carvalho from Fulham, but it does scare me that, you know, losing these players, and probably someone like Salah in a year or two will go. Will they go and try and get Bowen now before his rise? His price is already very, very high, but before it rises even higher, you know, when he plays for England, potentially gets in a World Cup team in December. That's my only fear with that, and it's just something to think about. There's a few things happening that are not good for West Ham. The only other thing, again, is always going to be speculation, is Declan Rice. With the Chelsea takeover fully confirmed now, Thomas Tuchel will obviously be back. There's rumours of around, you know, 250 million to spend on players. Kante is linked with a move away. And I think, you know, they desperately do want Declan Rice. They do. Chelsea as a fan base, Chelsea as a football club would love Declan Rice back there. They know he's a Chelsea boy. And we know that probably Declan Rice would love that move as well. So with the new money coming in, and if they are going to back Tuchel, what more of a statement signing for that club than bringing Declan Rice to Chelsea? Do I think he'll go? No. But I do think some bids will come in this year. I do think some bids for him and Bowen will come in this, whether we've got the strength, you know, and basically the bottle to hold on and say no. Because there's no need to sell them players. It doesn't send out a good message. Yeah, it's just one to think about. There's a couple of little things, like I say, to think about going forward in terms of other clubs and what they're doing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. These videos are so much fun to make. I love doing all the research on the new players. You know, it's good for me and it's good for you guys to, you know, learn about these players that we're linked with. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow if there's some news. News is coming thick and fast, which I love. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Comment along. Let me know any rumours you've heard as well, so I can do some research on those players as well. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Hopefully one happens this week. You know, a good rumoured to maybe be announced this week. Hopefully it's true. Let's go.